Hello, this is Prince Insomnia, and welcome back to more Let's Play Persona 5 Royal. That thingy on your phone was some red eyeball icon, right? Right. When we ended up in that weird place when we ended up in that weird place when we used this nav app, right? I found it on my phone too. I don't even remember installing it. That's creepy. For real. What is this thing? Think it's being downloaded on its own somehow? It's dangerous to use something without knowing what it is. But with it, we can go to that weird place, right? Seems like it. Basically, it's gonna depend on how we use it. But first, we gotta find evidence for the beatings. I'm counting on you, alright? Don't go ditching school on me. Last time, we explored a little bit more of that strange palace we saw, and in this episode, we're going to use what we've seen in the metaverse to expose Kamoshida's abuses. And also go the fuck to sleep.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. I thought about resuming our previous conversation tonight. That is why I have summoned you. What are your thoughts? Are you becoming accustomed to this place?
You got some nerve, inmate!
I imagine you have many reservations about returning here from your joyous everyday life. However, it will be problematic if you do not become accustomed to this. The goal of your rehabilitation is to thwart the fated ruin. However, such a feat cannot be done by you alone. Today, you entered a partnership with someone who awoke to the same power, did you not? Involving yourself with others is an important foundation for your recovery. You've done well. That said, I am not advising the formation of superficial relationships. It must not be a frivolity, but a ring of those who would, by morals or faith, lend you their strength. In other words, they are bonds with those who have been robbed of their places to belong. The expansion of said ring will, in return, help you mature as well.
Personas are the strength of heart. The stronger the bonds that surround you, the more power your personas will gain.
There are countless people in the city who have talents that a weakling like you doesn't. You better rack that noggin of yours and get them on your side. We'll change that into power.
So here they're basically explaining what just happened with Ryuji earlier, but there are a certain group of people in this game called confidants that you can form bonds with. By doing so, you gain some special, unique powers you can utilize either in the overworld or in the metaverse, often in the metaverse. So, right now we have our confidant rank with Ryuji that will eventually, when we grow it a little bit more, will help us out a lot. Now, a lot of these, in fact, the vast majority of these confidants, you have to progress manually by spending time in the overworld. We'll talk a little bit more about doing that later, though. Another thing to note is that if you're playing New Game Plus, at the end of the game, you have the opportunity to wander around and collect certain items from the confidants you've maxed out. And I, like an idiot, collected all of them. Or at least the ones that I actually maxed out. Which means that I will have certain confidant powers from the start of their confidant tree that you wouldn't otherwise have. Now, some of these are things that I can avoid making use of, but until I actually get the confidant rank anyway. Although I will say that I will likely get confidant ranks way faster than any of you playing along in a regular new game, so I will just end up showing off things that you might not have access to, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. I am trying to show off as much content as I can, so at the end of the day, there's just not much I can really do about that, but yeah, I'll try not to abuse the ones that I have for confidant ranks I don't actually have access to yet, but it's just going to be a thing, and I'm just all around being in New Game Plus, no matter how much I try to avoid abusing it, is just going to flat out make me stronger than a regular New Game, and that's just how it is.
Indeed, you should be prepared to use even myself, or your ambitions will not come to fruition. We have a deal then.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the Fool persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
And for this, we get rank 1 of the Fool Confidant. By the way, all the Confidants in this game, with a few exceptions, are based off of the major arcana in tarot cards. This one being the Confidant with Igor, the Fool, which gets us Wild Talk, which we'll talk about a little later. There'll be a tutorial for this. We've also got an ability called Arcana Burst, which talks about using personas, but again, that's something we'll talk about a little later. Yeah, so like I said before, confidants have special abilities that we can gain access to from progressing them a little bit, so yeah.
Well, you will understand it all in due time. Continue devoting yourself to your rehabilitation.
Now this conversation's over. Get lost, inmate.
How annoying. We've barely started high school and already they're making us play at a volleyball rally? And why are they pitting us against the teacher team? Kamoshida's gonna crush us. We get to see his technique live and in person, though. We should totally get spiked on. Yeah, okay. You're gonna get your face smashed in. Just look at how banged up the volleyball team is. What the hell goes on during their practices?
Okay, quiet down.
Okay, listen up everyone. As you all know, today is the volleyball rally. Head to the gymnasium once you've changed, got it?
Nice toss!
Yeah! Man, you still got it, coach.
Thanks. Let's go for one more.
All right.
Still sticks out. Hasn't changed a bit.
Pretty boring.
Right?
Always work.
Sorry. Hey, are you alright? Someone, take him to the nurse's office.
He'll pay soon enough.
Alright, let's resume the match.
That asshole's acting like a king over here, too. Get to know each other better, my ass. It's just a one-man show for him to stroke his ego. Oh, and how he acted like he was worried about Mishima. Oh, what an abusive D-bag. Well, anyways,
Now's our chance to go look for the guys we saw were slaves yesterday. Let's look for the faces we saw at the castle. All the members of the team should be here today. I'll be sure to find someone to spill about Kamoshida's physical abuse. Just you wait, asshole. Oh, you're coming with me too. The first one that popped out was a guy from Class D, so let's start from there. That's your class. Hopefully you can get him to talk without any issues. People have been avoiding me lately, so... Oh, but you're kind of in the same boat, huh?
Ah, we actually get quick travel now. Wasn't completely expecting that. But yeah, I was talking about earlier how you can use the R1 button to bring up the menu, but now we can also use this to select a quick travel location. So yeah. Also, you can notice there in the bottom, like below the quick travel menu, you can see like a little "Should I explore around" kind of message there. That's new to Royal. It gives you a little bit of like a hint on what you can do if you were to skip travel to a certain area. So anyway, we need to go to Class 2D, which is just over this way. And we need to talk to this guy standing around over here.
What? Are you skipping out on the volleyball rally? I guess I expected from you, Transfer.
Hey, that's the guy who was over at that castle.
You too, Sakamoto? What do you guys want? It's from practice. What does that have to do with anything?
Kamoshida did it to you, right? Look, I ain't gonna tell anyone you squealed. Just tell us about how Kamoshida's abusing you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not. You guys are talking complete nonsense.
Don't try and hide it. We already know.
You know? You have proof.
Well,
This is ridiculous. Please, leave me alone. You're really bothering me.
All right, that's enough. Come on, let's go. That injury ain't normal, and he still won't fess up. Crap. If we keep going at this pace, the ball game's gonna end. And I'll leave it to you two. Guess we just gotta split up. I'll check the practice building for people before clubs start. You handle the classroom building. There's a third year on the volleyball team that I remember. I think he's in 3C? He was getting beat pretty badly at the castle. He might have some injuries here, too. Anyways, I'll hit you up if I find anything. See ya!
Alright, 3C it is.
You should stay away from him.
Wait. No, I do this literally every time I play this game. So for some reason the third year classrooms are on the first floor, even though it would make sense for it to be the opposite, right? I guess maybe that's just me. It probably is just me. But yeah, Class 3C is just over here. Here it is. Man, cleaning up after the volleyball rally is gonna be such a goddamn pain. What do you want? You got something to say? How'd you get hurt? It's from practice. Hey, I know who this guy is. He's that transfer student who's been hanging around with Sakamoto. Oh, I get it. You're trying to snoop on Mr. Kamoshida, right? Look, our volleyball team performs at a national level. Of course our practices are going to be tough. Mr. Kamoshida is just dedicated to training us. Don't believe everything Sakamoto says. Sure it's not abuse? As if... Hey, we should stop talking to him. What if he loses it and starts attacking us? I heard he even carries a knife around. Who knows what he's capable of? How's it going? He refused. And two, man, everyone's too freaked out about Kamoshida. But I still got a lead. A first year, new member. He just joined, so he might not be all wrapped up in Kamoshida's web of bullshit yet. Go ask around to the first years. See if you can find him. Yeah, so the game will also tell you that by pressing the square button, you can check in on messages. And even read some of your own chat history, up to a limited amount of chats. Can't go back, like, the beginning of the game and see them, because it only keeps about 50 messages or so. But, you know. Yeah, you can also see the little whisper bubbles about people talking shit about us, but, you know, you just gotta grin and bear it. Let's see. Well, this guy looks kind of beat up. Huh? Yeah, I'm on the volleyball team. What do you want? What are those injuries? Oh, these? It happened during practice. I mean, everyone on the team's got injuries like this. Mishima-senpai has it especially bad, though. He gets to deal with Mr. Kamoshida's special coaching. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Special coaching?
I can't do it.
Please, just stop talking to me. Ask someone else if you want to know anything more. Attention! Attention! All matches have concluded. Please get ready to go home for today. Damn it, we're out of time. How'd it go? Take a wild guess. So you didn't have any luck either? Okay, let's regroup for now. See you in the courtyard?
Can I talk to you for a sec? It'll be quick. Anyway, what's with you? Like how you were late the other day was a lie and all? There's that weird rumor about you too.
What do you want with him?
Right back at you. You're not even in our class.
We just happened to get to know each other.
What are you planning on doing to Mr. Kamoshida?
Huh? I see. I getcha. You're all buddy-buddy with Kamoshida after all.
This has nothing to do with you, Sakamoto.
If you found out what he's been doing behind your back, you'd dump him right away.
Behind my back? What's that supposed to mean?
You wouldn't get it.
Anyway, people are already talking about you two. I don't know what you're trying to pull, but no one's gonna help you. I'm warning you, just in case. That's all.
Why she gotta be so aggressive all the time? We just went to the same middle school. Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. I had no luck on my end. What about you? Did anything like someone's name turn up? Huh? Special coaching, huh? True. I always see the guy covered in bruises. Let's go talk to him before he leaves then. Hey, got a second? Sakamoto? And you too. Come on, we just want to chat. Kamoshida's been coaching you, huh? You sure it's not just physical abuse? Certainly not. What are you talking all polite for? Anyways, we saw him spike you today, right in the face.
That was just because I'm not good at the sport.
Still, that doesn't explain all the other bruises you've got. They're from practice. Is he forcing you to keep quiet?
That's...
What's going on here? Mishima, isn't it time for practice?
I'm not feeling well today.
What? Maybe you're better off quitting then. You're never going to improve that crappy form unless you show up to practice.
Didn't you hear? He ain't feeling well.
Well, Mishima, are you coming to practice or not?
I'll go.
As for you, any more trouble and you'll be gone from this school for sure.
Bastard.
Same goes for you. Didn't the principal tell you to keep in line? Just don't get in the way of my practice. All these unsettling rumors are making the students anxious after all.
That's your own goddamn fault.
This won't get us anywhere. Let's go, Mishima. Shujin Academy is a place where those with aspirations come to learn. Unworthy students like yourselves don't have any right to be here. Get with the program.
Yes, sir.
That asshole. He's gonna pay for this.
There's no point.
Huh?
Proving that he's physically abusing us is meaningless. Everybody knows. The principal, our parents. They all know, and they all keep quiet about it.
This has gotta be a joke.
Don't be a pain. You don't understand what I'm going through. Shouldn't you, of all people, know that nothing's going to help? Damn it.
I'll try one more time to persuade the other guys. That's all I can do.
Alrighty then. Yeah, no, that's just 20 or so minutes of cutscene, huh? Hey, this don't make any damn sense. The principal and even the parents know about the abuse. Why ain't anyone speaking up? Why ain't anybody speaking up? God, my English is even more broken than... Well, I guess it's... don't worry about it. Because volleyball? Yeah, it's basically because Kamoshida made the volleyball team famous, yeah? Even so, that don't give him the right to do whatever he wants. He's beating kids up, and all they're allowed to do is endure. And that follower of his doesn't give one single shit. What follower? An Takamaki. You remember her in the courtyard. You met her in the courtyard, remember? You should know her. I mean, she's in your class, dude. What a load of bull. I can't let it end like this. I'm gonna try and find someone who knows about what's going on with Kamoshida during break tomorrow. Just you watch. I ain't giving up. Well, nothing left for us to do but go the hell to sleep. Did you see Mr. Kamoshida play yesterday? He was so awesome. I think I might ask... Oh god. I think I might ask for his autograph after school. I totally burped, but I almost felt like that sounded like a mini mouth vomit. I don't know if that's such a good idea. I hear that you shouldn't go near the PE faculty office. People say you can hear weird sounds like screaming, even though no one's there. What? That's probably just a rumor spread by fans to scare the competition. Oh, shoot. So about witnesses. I was wondering if we could get something out of Takamaki. She's not on the team. Just hear me out. You know how we didn't get a thing out of the volleyball team? I figured it'd be a good idea to talk to someone who knows them. Takamaki's BFFs with a starter, a girl named Suzui. I tried to talk to that girl during break, but I got nothing. That's why we should have Takamaki talk to her. And again, I guess it'll be hard getting her to help us. Sorry, let me see what else I can come up with.
Shouldn't you be heading to volleyball?
Uh-huh.
That bruise above your eye. Is that from practice, too?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
I'm okay. Volleyball's the only thing I can do right. Shouldn't you take that?
It's probably just my part-time job, I think.
I should get going.
Shiho, are you sure you're okay?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Today won't work. I'm not feeling so good. Sorry. Bye.
Hey, wasn't that Takamaki?
Rumor has it she's dating Kamoshida.
Seriously?
I heard people saw them in his car together.
You know, she seems pretty easy, huh? You think I'd have a chance too?
Come on, dude. You can't go after Kamoshida's bitch.
What? Oh, I'm in the way, aren't I? Sorry. I really am sorry, though. I must have spaced out. You don't look familiar. Could you be that transfer student from Class D? This might not be any of my business, but don't let the rumors get to you, okay? I'm glad to hear that. My best friend is often misunderstood too, all because of her looks. Sorry. I didn't mean to drag on like that. Anyway, I have to go to practice. I'll see you around.
Damn it! What the hell? Is that what it looks like? All of them kept saying the same shit Mishima was talking about. Kamoshida had to have told him something. At this rate, looks like we'll have to go to him directly. I know. But seriously, isn't there something we can do? No way I'm gonna give in like this. Can you think of anything? Oh, that'd be fine if we could do it without getting caught, but if we did, we'd be seriously done for. You got any other ideas? So you want to tell them about the castle? They'd never believe us. Have any other ideas? What do we do? The king? You mean that other world's Kamoshida? I didn't think of that, but is there any meaning to...
I finally found you!
You say something?
Don't think you can get away with not paying me back for helping you.
That voice... Is that you, Morgana?
How dare you up and leaving me the other day?
The cat's talking?
I am not a cat! This is just what happened when I came to this world. It was a lot of trouble finding you two.
Wait, you came to our world? Does that mean you've got a phone?
You don't need one when you're at my level. I did get pretty lost making my escape, though.
That aside, why can you talk? You're a cat!
How should I know?
You hearing this too? This is no time to be joking around!
You guys are having a rough time of this, I heard you mention something about witnesses.
Oh, shut up!
You know, I could tell you a thing or two about what to do about Kamoshida. You were pretty close just a moment ago.
God, that condescending attitude. This thing's gotta be Morgana.
You were still doubting me?
Yeah, quiet down!
We really have to be looking for a cat in a busy time like this?
I just heard a meow somewhere near here. Didn't you hear it?
Make sure you check every nook and cranny around.
Meow? Does that mean only us two can understand what you're saying?
Looks like it.
What the hell's going on? Anyways, what you were talking about earlier, is it for real?
You're quite the skeptic for being an idiot.
Hey, tell us more. Then again, this probably ain't the best place. Here, stick it in your bag for now. It should be just small enough to fit.
Hey! How dare you treat me like... Don't be so rough with me!
Enough of that! You said you know how we can do something about Kamoshida, right?
It has to do with what this guy was talking about earlier. You'll need to attack his castle.
What do you mean?
That castle is how Kamoshida views this school. He doesn't realize what happens in there, but it's deeply connected to the depths of his heart. Thus, if the castle disappears, it would naturally impact the real Kamoshida.
What'd happen?
A palace is a manifestation of a person's distorted desires. So, if that castle were no more, Precisely. You sure pick up things fast.
For real? He's gonna turn good? But is that really getting back at him?
Erasing a palace essentially means forcing the owner to have a change of heart. However, even though their warped wants disappear, the crimes they committed remain. Kamoshida will become unable to bear the weight of those crimes, and he'll confess them himself.
You for real? That's possible?
And since the palace will no longer exist, he'll forget what we did there as well. Not only will we be able to bring Kamoshida down, but there won't even be a trace of our involvement.
That's amazing! You are one incredible cat!
True. Except for the cat part.
So, how do we get rid of the palace?
By stealing the treasure held within.
Stealing?
I'll tell you more once you agree to go ahead with this. It's my most valuable secret plan, after all. If you want to help me out, I'll gladly teach you. What's your call?
Our luck's running dry looking for witnesses. Guess we have no choice but to go along.
Good. Oh, right. There's one more thing I should tell you. If we erase a palace, there is no doubt that the person's distorted desires will be erased as well. But desires are what we all need in order to survive. The will to sleep, eat, fall in love. Those sorts of things.
What are you getting at?
If all of those yearnings were to vanish, they'd be no different than someone who is shut down entirely. They may even die if they're not given proper care. So...
They might die?
Will you listen to everything I have to say first?
Would their death be our fault?
Aren't you determined enough to face those kinds of risks?
Hey, what do you think? Of course not.
Sheesh. I come all this way and this is what I get. It's not like anyone will ever find out.
That's not the point. If we just go around secretly doing whatever we want, we'd be no better than that effing Kamoshida.
Isn't this your only option? I'll come back later. Make sure you've made your decision by then.
Man, we're getting all worked up for nothing. Damn it. I'll try and see if I can figure out another way. Come on, let's get out of here.